The debate over who's the greatest player in NBA history is one of the most heated and most subjective arguments in sports. But alongside players like Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, and Larry Bird, there's one man who is still playing to this day and has undeniably solidified his position in those ranks. Of course, we're talking about LeBron James.
LeBron, do you feel like there's anything left to accomplish? I mean, you pretty much, checked off all the boxes. Is there
anything left for me to accomplish as a basketball player?
As a basketball player, on the court or off the court?
No. Everything else is extra credit. I'll take it. I'll take it though. I love it. I love what I do. But I don't need to. I got everything.
A true ambassador of the sport, he's among the most recognizable figures in the world. And even more impressively, he's got a pretty damn near squeaky clean record as well.
That's my problem with LeBron. And I think he lies about reading books he hasn't read. Like, give me a break. The guy has been the spokesman, the face, the ambassador of this league for a quarter century. Almost more than 20% of the time the NBA has existed, LeBron James has been at the epicenter of it and does not have a substantial misstep to his name and not a scandal on or off the court. I understand he's an easy guy to go after in this regard, and yes, of course, he is calculated, and yes, of course, anything he says or does is going to be dissected, so he has to be very careful with it. But I think that he has handled that spotlight better than quite literally any other athlete of our lives.
Whatever squad you root for, LeBron is known for having one of the cleanest disciplinary records in the league. Across 22 seasons, he's only been ejected twice. But these days, people are beginning to wonder if there's something more alarming underneath the facade. Because in their opinion, there's no way that he's managed to avoid amassing any skeletons, whether on the court or in his private life.
And like everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Run! We know you was at them Diddy parties, nigga! We know you was there!
From shady antics with teammates to a long history of questionable claims that have some calling him a compulsive liar, LeBron is under more scrutiny now than he ever was before. But is there any truth to it? Or are people simply trying to bring down a GOAT contender as his career winds down? It's your boy Luesta, and this is the dark side of LeBron James. And when it comes to what spawned this extra scrutiny as of late, he can blame one of his former teammates. It's your boy Luesta, and before we get into the victims of LeBron James, let me talk about something that affects all of us: online security. Now, most people don't realize how easy it is for your data to get tracked, sold, or straight up stolen, especially on public Wi-Fi. And that's where today's video partner, NordVPN, comes in. With just one click, NordVPN keeps your connection safe by encrypting your data and hiding your IP address. That makes it so that no one, not hackers, not internet providers, can spy on what you're doing. I use NordVPN whenever I'm traveling or hopping on public Wi-Fi. It keeps my browsing secure and even lets me access my favorite streaming platforms when I'm abroad, without worrying about those annoying region blocks. Right now, NordVPN is offering an exclusive deal for my viewers. When you grab a 2-year plan, you'll get 4 months bonus on top, plus a 30-day money-back guarantee. So don't wait. Click the link in the description or go to nordvpn.com/LaHoopsta to grab the best deal available anywhere right now. That's nordvpn.com/LaHoopsta. Stay safe online, and I want to thank NordVPN for sponsoring today's video. But now let's get back into the victims of LeBron. Recently, the spotlight on LeBron has intensified following rumors about his rocky relationship with Russell Westbrook. According to a new book by Yaron Weitzman, Westbrook grew tired of what he called LeBron's fake behavior during their time together on the Los Angeles Lakers. Supposedly, LeBron was quietly trying to push for a reunion with Kyrie Irving, a move that would have required trading Westbrook, though he did publicly deny it. He often told the media to let Russ be Russ, but according to the book, he didn't actually back him behind the scenes. During a Lakers team event where Will Smith was scheduled to speak, LeBron and Anthony Davis suddenly walked out before Will arrived, only to return minutes later acting overly friendly. LeBron dominated the conversation, asking questions and quoting movie lines as if nothing happened. Watching in disbelief, Westbrook told a teammate afterward, "I hate that fake shit. I just can't do it." When the story first surfaced, fans were stunned, rushing to figure out how much of it was true. But with a little bit of digging, things started to make a lot more sense. You can practically see the disappointment on Russ's face after the Will Smith encounter. And that wasn't the end of it, because Westbrook saw more examples of LeBron's questionable behavior off the court too, especially when it came to LeBron misrepresenting himself. For example, there's the time he was claiming The Godfather was his favorite movie, but not even knowing a single line from it.
Which is the scene or the moment or the phrase or the quote you like more from the movie?
Oh, from The Godfather. It's
There's too many different phrases and too many different lines in that movie to just categorize one.
But which is the one which inspires you, represents you more?
I mean, each movie is 9 hours long. I mean, what do you want me to do? I mean, there's so many. I don't know, I'll let you pick one and I'll roll with it. It's a great trilogy.
Or times like when he was carrying the autobiography of Malcolm X to interviews without being able to even discuss it.
So you're holding the autobiography of Malcolm X along with Alex Haley. I don't know how far you are into the book, but what's your biggest takeaway so far?
I kind of just started a couple days ago, but I've read a lot of notes over the years. It's my first time actually reading this from start to finish. Very, very, very smart man. And basically, his words in the 60s and what was going on is actually what's going on today still. Him understanding because there's always going to be obstacles, there's always going to be things that's going to be thrown at us where they try to weaken us, they try to make us feel like we're not kings and queens, and it's going to come from all different races and different shapes and sizes and things of that nature, and just a very powerful-minded gentleman.
Or saying that he predicted Kobe's 81-point game.
I watched the whole game. I seen the whole game. I was at home watching the game. And before the game even started, when I said he was probably gonna score 70 tonight. I don't know what made me say that, and my friends was with me, and they was like, okay. So when he got to like 70, I was like, well, he might as well go for 80 now. So, I mean, I'm a fan of the game, and to see that performance was unbelievable.
Aside from those smaller issues, Westbrook had deeper frustrations with LeBron that stemmed from what he saw as bad teammate behavior. Things hit a breaking point when LeBron went on ESPN and basically admitted he was disappointed the team hadn't traded Russ for Kyrie Irving, a move that all but confirmed the relationship was over.
Well, definitely disappointed. I can't sit here and say I'm not disappointed on not being able to land such a talent, but someone that I had great chemistry with, and know I got great chemistry with on the floor that can help you win, championships. In my mind, in my eyes. But my focus has shifted now. My focus has shifted back to where it should be, and that's this club now, and what we have in the locker room.
That's a quick pivot, LeBron.
It's a quick pivot. I don't invest it all the way until I know what's happening. And when it does not happen, I'm back locked in on the job at hand. So, we had an opportunity. I think our names was out there. The Lakers' name was out there. We had an opportunity. Didn't happen. We move on, and we finished the season strong.
Now, Russ wasn't exactly playing the best when all of this went down, but it's hard to imagine how LeBron's comments could have helped the locker room or boosted team morale. After everything that happened, it's no surprise Russ admitted he hasn't spoken to LeBron since leaving the Lakers.
It seemed like LeBron was gonna go, and he was sad he couldn't go because he had a knee injury. Did you give him any tips on what to wear or how to handle that?
I don't know. I haven't talked to Bron, and I don't know how long.
If this were an isolated incident, you could chalk it up to a simple clash of personalities. But when you look closer, it becomes clear that LeBron has a long history of not exactly being the easiest teammate to get along with. Among the issues he faced was when he was blasted over his response to Kevin Love's rocky start at the Cavs. Before the talented player even signed to Cleveland, LeBron was instrumental in getting him to the franchise. I'm in, Love told James over the phone, who had become a part-time recruiter for the team. That had a lot to do with my decision. I knew the Cavaliers had a lot of young pieces in place and a lot of great talent here as well, but he had every intention of making an impact once he got there, saying in a preseason press conference that he was, quote, comfortable not trying to fit in so much. I had a talk with the guys on the plane ride over to Brazil, and also at different practices off the floor, and they told me to fit out, just be myself. Afterwards, Love sought to embed himself in the team. However, this must have got to Bron, especially after the power forward scored a second 5-point outing in the span of 3 games. As soon, he took to Twitter to declare, stop trying to find a way to fit out and just fit in. Be a part of something special, just my thoughts. While Kevin remained on the team for numerous seasons, he admitted that LeBron's initial scorn got to him in a big way.
I'm gonna read a tweet to you. I want your reaction in the moment when you read it, okay?
Well, if I've read it or do I have
No, you've read it. Stop trying to find a way to fit out and just fit in. Be a part of something special, just my thoughts.
That hurt my feelings.
Yeah. What are you, seriously, like when you read that, because I remember reading it at the time, like, damn, I feel bad for Kevin Love. Like, that's because it was such a subtweet to.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it was specifically you, but it was the whole team.
It was
it specifically you?
I mean, it was like, you know, you do the 23andMe and then you get like, I'm 80%. Like I was majority that guy. Yeah, it's like 80% Kevin Love. You know, 8% Deion Waiters, 3% Kyrie Irving. You know, Delhi's like in the negative, right?
Yeah, right.
It's like negative wind shares on that.
Yeah.
But no, I was, you know, it's one of those things now. Like I look back, I probably did take it personal in the moment, and it was tough for me. Like I had to adjust. That's what all I wanted from those guys was to just have the recognition, like, oh, this guy's sacrificing a lot.
Right.
And like his learning curve having to do that is a little bit different.
And while James was quick to take it to Twitter to talk to him, he claimed that the tension caused by this went unspoken.
Did you walk into the locker room the next day and you're like, what's up, man? Like, saw the tweet.
No.
That sucked.
No.
You never talked about it?
No.
Wow.
Never acknowledged it at that capacity.
I guess that's almost like the first test that he probably was putting you through. Like, I'm going to tweet this. It's going to be about you, and then you're going to figure it out, and we're going to move on.
Yeah, you're either going to fit in or fit out.
Yeah. Fit in? Yeah, you fit in right away.
Did you
Just my
change
thoughts.
anything to stop fitting out at that point?
I was just upset too that, you know, they never put me in any of the photos.
Reflecting later down the line, Love made it clear that he didn't approve of it, declaring in an interview that, I think on one end it was extremely passive aggressive and silly, but at the same time, I feel like I did have to find my way and fit in. It wasn't an easy process for me. I think right now that if it happened, it wouldn't, because I believe who I am now and the growth I've had. But I truly believe that you have to understand. That's why I never make assumptions. We talked before about the 4 agreements, right? Never make assumptions, never take anything personally. Well, I obviously took that personally. I wish I could have handed them that book and been like, listen, you've got to understand what it's like to be the main focus. 20 shots a night, be the guy. My star dimmed a little bit to have to sacrifice. So at least just acknowledge it. All I wanted was a little bit of love. Coupled with the pressure and tension that was created from this confrontation, the situation unsurprisingly led him to opening up about his mental health struggles.
I think from you know, suffering with anxiety and depression for a long time into having my first panic attack on November 5th and not really knowing what that meant to fast forwarding being here now, it's changed my frame of mind, and I really do believe in writing my piece that everybody is going through something. So knowing that it doesn't discriminate and knowing that I'm trying to change the stigma not only for, you know, people in sports but all over. And I remember talking to my agent and he said, are you sure you want to do this? Because a lot of people are going to talk about it. I said, Jeff, I don't know if anybody will, but, you know, just understand I'm trying to help people. He goes, I get it. If you help one person, if you help one kid, it could be absolutely life-changing and groundbreaking for that kid.
As much negative press this garnered among LeBron's detractors, it wasn't even the first instance of something like this. Because even before he went back to play with the Cleveland Cavaliers, how he revealed his departure to the Big Three at Miami caused a lot of drama. While he was at the Heat, Bron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh were running rampant and looked capable of building a real dominant franchise. Until from out of nowhere, LeBron departed.
I thought it was BS, and then, you know, about 10 minutes later, it's everywhere. You know, I took offense to it, to be honest with you, at first. I was upset, and it took some time to get over it. I want to say it took months to get over it.
It wasn't even just his own teammates that LeBron meddled with, as he was also accused of being responsible for James Harden leaving OKC by Kendrick Perkins.
Christian, go back. You were on the Oklahoma City. Netflix season 2, starting 5, is coming out. There were some clips dropped this morning. Did you see the clip from Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
This one right here. What pissed me off is Bron and D Wade sending tweets out. Congrats to my bro, James Harden, when he was shipping out to Houston. I know Bron and them was so fucking happy we weren't together no more. We were on they ass, y'all just scared. Is there truth to that? You were in that locker room, right?
He knew before this. He knew before James and the tweets came out, before James left. KD came back. They were all at the Olympics, right? They had just one gold. James was there, KD was there, Russ was there. And we went into training camp and KD was like, bro, we gonna lose James. And I'm like, what you mean? It's like, bro, we gonna lose James. And I was like, why? He was like, Bron, D Wade, all of them was telling him that he needed his own team,
People don't understand the psychological warfare that goes on
that
out
he
there.
needed his own team and this, that, and other. So I'm like, nah, man, JH. And then all of a sudden the contract negotiating started. And so I went to like holler at James, like, what's up? He was like, nah, I want the max.
Then there was the idea that the unofficial king of the Lakers had no idea of the Anthony Davis trade for Luka Doncic. Did these dudes just trade me? Davis wrote in the group chat before wishing his now former teammates luck in leaving the group. In response, LeBron replied simply, WTF, and denied all knowledge.
I was out. You got some report. I was out with my family at dinner and got the news. And first time I heard it, I thought it was for sure fake. I thought it was a hoax. But then when AD called me, AD FaceTimed me, and I talked to him for quite a while. And even when I got off the phone with him, it still didn't seem real. And it still pretty much didn't seem real until saw Luka today. And then I saw a clip of AD at the Dallas shoot-around.
Leading to comments such as this reading, Russ is right, dude's a phony, always has been, great player, great talent. He's a fake that has put a team of people behind him to push a fake narrative. Amen. But it wasn't just the fans who were upset, and his critics were not buying it either. Instead, they see it as indicative of how he's rolled throughout his entire career.
Only reason the trade went down is because LeBron approved it. There's no way in hell the Lakers would trade Anthony Davis without LeBron's knowledge and without his approval. Like Olympic Bean illustrated, dude has been basically playing 2K with his career, moving around the league, trying to play with all the max rating players to win easy championships, cheating the game about as bad as you can do it. 2K Bron.
Among those who seem to toe the line between hating on LeBron and having no choice but to respect him is NBA legend Paul Pierce, a legendary baller who began his run at the Celtics in 1998. Pierce admits that he underestimated the young up-and-comer when he first entered the league.
This is when I first heard about LeBron. I was in the All-Star game. This was 2002, my first All-Star game. And there was a lot of buzz around LeBron then. So we had the All-Star game. It was like, yeah, it's this kid in high school right now that could play in this game. And I was like, what? In the All-Star game? Think about that. They didn't say make it to the NBA. They said he could play in the All-Star game like right now. I was like, hold on. You know, he coming to the league. I was like, man, let's see what this is about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going at him. I mean, I'm going at him early. You know, we dropping each other off 40. I wasn't ready to like call a young cat 21, 22 king. You know, he gonna have to earn it for sure.
But as James became the phenom that he is today, Pierce prided himself on testing his mettle against him at every opportunity.
You know, scream because I want LeBron on me. Game on the line right here, and I just raise up in his face, boop, run down court. And you see it, I'm cold-blooded.
Asking for the switch on LeBron is something that maybe like two people can say in the world. You'd rather go against Bron than Shane.
Yeah, Shane was all defense every year.
Over the years, they did battle time and time again. On some occasions, he thought he had beaten the team, only to realize that LeBron had reserves that no ordinary basketball player possesses.
When Bron had that game 6 right there, that just kind of took him to the next level. He never looked back from that.
Did you think you had it won going into game 6?
I thought we would go back home and beat them and go back to the finals. I thought we just really broke their spirit right here because they needed this game. I thought we would get the win at home because we were tough at home. But we all know the story from there. LeBron went nuclear.
He went God mode.
He went God mode.
Now, best game of his career, maybe.
Yeah.
No one was exactly shocked when he referred to himself as Bron's greatest adversary.
Bees, why would you ask me a silly question? It's me, of course. No one has had more playoff battles and more meaningful games than me and LeBron. So how could it be nobody but me?
Okay.
I have my career high versus LeBron, 50 points.
It's a no-brainer, 5 playoff series. They both played for different teams. It was Cavs Celtics, Heat Celtics,
That's an easy one.
Heat Nets. They played in one of the all-time great Game 7s.
Yeah.
Paul had 41, got the win. LeBron had 45, got the bitter loss.
It's actually working out for you, Paul.
Without question, LeBron's greatest rival of all time.
Without a doubt.
Dan?
Without a doubt. We had some many battles.
But while there is clearly a professional admiration there are times where it seems like Pierce has a little sour grapes about all those times James got the best of an exchange. And now that the injured star is under more scrutiny than he's used to receiving, Paul is playing his own role in adding to the misery by suggesting James should be traded and that he's basically surplus to requirements after Doncic joined the team.
If I'm the GM, I'll trade Bron.
You ain't even got him on the court yet.
Well, it's not going to work. We already seen what it looked like last year. We got swept.
You basically saying you don't want Bron.
I'm just trying to develop for the future.
So
that's why we traded.
This year with this team?
Yeah, they're going to get swept this year, this team.
With Bron or no Bron?
With Bron. This team right now is the same team that if they play, I got Houston beating them. I got OKC better than them for sure. I got Denver better than them. And they might not want to see Golden State, a healthy Golden State team. It's a lot of, and Minnesota, it's still these other teams I'm rolling with now. They younger legs, they got more. I'm telling you, dog, the Lakers got to trade them.
Unsurprisingly, these comments got him labeled a hater. by those who believed his only issues with James were because of the fact that he couldn't measure up to him. Paul is trying to speak LeBron's demise into existence. Paul knows this could be number 5 for LeBron. He wants him out of LA. Let's be honest, bruh. Paul is legit a hater when it comes to LeBron. For James, this is likely something that he's capable of ignoring, as he's always been pretty efficient at filtering out the noise. However, there are a few former rivals who didn't just keep the trash talk to podcasts and press conferences. They brought that energy onto the court and made every matchup personal. And in the case of Lance Stephenson, he had to endure a whole lot until they eventually came to a point where they could coexist. It all started back when they were playing for the Pacers and the Heat respectively. And in those days, there was a lot of animosity from Lance towards LeBron that manifested in attempts to put him off his game. In the most infamous incident, Lance blew in his ear.
Indiana Pacers, including this, blowing in the ear of LeBron James. James' reaction, he can't believe it.
In fact, this lived on to the point that people now do it to him out in public.
I ain't gonna lie, yo, I regret it sometimes because I was at a club, right? So I came in the club late. I ain't want to get no section. I ain't wasting no money. So I go to the bar. I'm some drunk dude coming. Yo, you crazy, boy? Yo, that's how LeBron felt. How you like that?
You at the bar, so he felt like it's like gym pop over here.
Yeah. I was about to go ham, bro. Like the hard spit blow.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, what the?
In the club, too.
In the club. I was about to go crazy. I'm like, yo, you crazy, boy?
Although, this wasn't an isolated incident, and he continued to terrorize him from there on out.
Stephenson, as James did it to him down the other end on his field goal attempt. They're having fun already.
At times, he was even hamming it up on the court against him by flopping.
River goes crashing to the floor. And a foul on Stephenson on the block. He needs a rest right now. 2 fouls on Lance Stephenson, who's doing a little bit of everything for the Indiana Pacers.
And over the years, the mind games continued to kick in, earning Bron one of his rare fouls. A long-standing feud that carried over to Bron's time at Cleveland, it reached a point where James knew what to expect.
No, Lance just a little dirty, that's all. We're a little dirty. We got history, so I already know that. You know, so I should have known though that I've known since school that it's not the guy who tells the joke that gets caught, it's the guy who laughs. So they caught me on a retaliation, so. But he played well tonight.
And when asked if he would ever accept him on his squad, LeBron gave the most political answer he could possibly give.
I've quite a history, the him blowing your ear and all that kind of other nonsense. But do you have any issue with him being a team of yours?
I just want to win, man. That's all that matters to me. Got no personal problems with nobody.
Eventually, they linked up at the Lakers and squashed it, but it took a long time for that to happen.
I ain't gonna lie, it was fun. Like, I felt like if he would never got hurt, like, we would have had a chance. But just like him, like, he's like a coach on the floor. It was like, that was probably the easiest person to play with, because you only had to just do your little role and just play hard. So I feel like it's the easiest thing. He take all the weight. You just go out there and play, hit your jump shots, stay in the corner, play defense. So I had fun that whole year. You know, I got a couple commercials and I got in a movie.
But even though Bron and the now retired Stephenson seem to be on good terms outwardly, it's hard to know where he really stands, judging by everything we know about how Bron rolls behind the scenes. After all, they claimed it extends to everything from his falsified soccer fandom.
And how amazing it is, and I actually made a trip over, to Liverpool as well and see all the sights and the arena and everything. So it was pretty unique.
Yeah, Crouchy is actually a Liverpool legend. He used to play there. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I knew that. I didn't get an opportunity to see him play when he was with the club, but I definitely knew. I definitely knew that.
The current captain, Jordan Henderson, just scored his first goal for England the other day. It was amazing to see. Are you a fan of his?
No, absolutely, and I saw a clip of that too. I didn't get an opportunity to actually see the game live, but I saw that he was able to score one in the match the other day, and I thought that was it's pretty unique, the fact that he would do that and then also be with Liverpool Football Club.
To listening to Migos in 2010, when their first mixtape came out a year after that.
I was listening to those guys when my first year with the Heat in 2010. And you can ask any one of my teammates back then, they had no idea what Amigos was. They were like cursing me out when I would play it throughout the weight room.
All in all, it's beginning to look like he's not universally beloved as he once was. And as it turns out, his alleged betrayals don't only extend to basketball players, but a once beloved rapper too. By the looks of things, LeBron always prefers to align himself with those who are assured victory. And recently, one person that learned this the hard way was his longtime comrade, Drake. A duo that has been locked in since the so far gone days. When they first were pictured together, Drake and LeBron were friends to the extent that King James even got him to invest in the Italian soccer team AC Milan alongside him. During live performances, Drake has often reflected on how much LeBron's approval meant to him. In 2023, while performing at the Lakers' Crypto.com arena, Drake showed love to LeBron.
But the gentleman that walked me to stage tonight is my brother. He goes by the name of LeBron James. And in 2009, when nobody believed in anything I had going on, that same guy showed up to a release party for a mixtape that he came all the way to Toronto, Canada to support me when I was trying to figure out how I could live my dreams.
Over the years, LeBron became more than just a supporter. He acted as a mentor to Drake, even weighing in like an authority figure during the Pusha T beef.
I wanted to do other things. I didn't want to further your reputation or your career by rapping back at you and having this exchange. And that was it for me.
Drake takes you and like, am I letting you down?
Yeah, what did I tell you?
What did you say to him?
You said that I could never let you down.
And this wasn't just a fair weather friend. Their families knew each other too, with Drake even seen arguing with the ref at Bronny's high school playoff games before he joined the Lakers. But as the beef between Los Angeles' own Kendrick Lamar and his longtime rival Drake began to pop off, things went south quickly, with Drake regretting every minute he spent getting LeBron's college jersey tattooed on him. Initially, Bron made it clear that he was neutral, claiming that it was just something for the culture to savor, nothing like two heavyweights doing what they do best. But following his presence at the pop-out, all bets were off. And soon, DMs were shared, showing the extent of Drake's pain over it all, and even hinting that LeBron had been having affairs behind the back of his wife. From there, Drake unfollowed him on IG in October 2024, just days before Bron was seen rapping Kendrick's introspective Man at the Garden of his GNX album on his 40th birthday. And unfortunately for Drake, he was about to get almost universally clowned, with commentators seeing Drake's decision to air his business with LeBron as a sign that he hasn't come far enough from the sensitive rapper who was mocked upon his entry to the game.
I've never seen bitches like this. This is what I'm saying, and I think for the average person, it's got to be fairly confusing, because why is Drake going at LeBron?
Because LeBron danced to Like Us and was rapping Man in the Garden from the GNX album on social media.
At the pop-out
Now,
so Drake's feelings are hurt, so he's going at a dude who can't rap.
No, but yes, but real quick.
And
Sean, yes.
his family?
Sean, yes, to your point, yes. I want to be clear. I said on this radio station last week, and I said it with my chest, I understand why Drake would be annoyed after the years of friendship that LeBron would be so publicly supporting Kendrick's music. I get how that would make you feel a way.
And Drake has LeBron tattooed on his body.
Shawnee, stop saying the things I don't understand. I'm saying what I do understand. Okay? Yes.
Like, yo, what happened? You cheated. Like, you know what I'm saying? It sounded like they was lovers. Like, this is too much.
It do sound like Drake broke up with all his NBA booze in his head. DeMar DeRozan, Bron.
You would even check up on my son like a pediatrician. Like, yo, what's going on?
I like when Drake raps, but why are you sitting around writing a heartbreak record?
But that's what he should do.
Because these guys
in a dark, dim room.
But
that's what he should do. That's what we said. Instead of going to Instagram and IG and social media, he should be putting it in his music. I would have loved to hear an album off of it, but
you writing the heartbreak records because you got your ass kicked in a rap battle and everybody
this
in
is
their mouth
R&B
agrees with
which
you.
is so crazy. I said he shouldn't rap. He shouldn't be online talking about it. He should put it in his music. And then when he puts it in his music, you're saying he's a sucker for putting it in his music.
No, we just saying don't sound gay about it when you're doing it. That's what we're simply trying to say.
In hindsight, this was maybe a little harsh when you consider that it must have felt like a genuine knife to the heart to see someone like LeBron, who used to be so close to you, turn their back in an instant when things went wrong. But as you can see, this is a pretty common theme throughout his career. The result of these ill feelings from Drake emerged in the form of January 2025's Fighting Irish freestyle, with Drake reflecting on how it felt for it to go down like that with James. The world fell in love with the gimmicks, even my brothers got tickets, Drake said, in reference to making an appearance at Kendrick's pop-out show in Los Angeles, which marked the first time he performed the diss tracks live. Seemed like they loved every minute. Just know that the shit is personal to us and wasn't just business. Analyzing behavioral patterns is somewhat suspicious. Although he never explicitly confirmed it was about LeBron, the theory seemed to be confirmed by Chubbs liking IG posts alluding to it being a Bron-oriented bar. Likewise, unofficial OVO mascot and glazing general Maul said that LeBron attempted to rectify the relationship only to be told that the bridge was burned.
Through some avenues or, directly or however he can to probably have a conversation with Drake. And I think this is probably Drake's way of saying like, fam, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't try to hit my line. Like, this is what it is. This is where I'm at. Like, y'all knew what it was when, we was at Mike Rubin's party. And you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all knew the energy was different. I didn't speak to nobody. You know what I mean? Like, so I think this is his way of kind of like just standing down on that. Like, yo, listen, this is what it is. Like, it ain't no beef, but we never gonna be as chummy and as cool as we were. Like, you pick that side, stay over there.
Meanwhile, the shade didn't end there, as Drizzy switched up the lyrics from Non-Stop during his Australia tour, spitting, "How I go from 6 to 23, but not LeBron, man."
I go from 6 to 23, but not LeBron, man. Put another track.
And since then, he's been taking great pleasure in winning money from LeBron losses, thanking Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves in the process. Despite everything that happened, James is trying to paper over the cracks and suggested that whatever happened could be mended.
Always wish him the best. Obviously, different places right now, currently. He's doing his thing, I'm doing mine, but it's always love for sure.
But you can bet that, much like Russell Westbrook, Drake's outlook on the situation is a whole lot different, as he believes he's seen Bron's true colors below the shiny projection that he puts out to the world. While the disharmony between Drake and LeBron was born out of a friendship gone wrong, there have been times where he's had to put another MC in their place. One artist who fell afoul to LeBron and wound up getting sunned in the process is Kevin Gates. Although he's always been an outspoken artist, Gates found himself in a major public spat when he clowned LeBron's wife Savannah by suggesting that the Lakers icon really wanted to be with other ladies.
I'm like, man, he one of the greatest players to ever play the game. But I wouldn't want to trade places with him. And they was like, why not? Why you wouldn't want to play with him? I say, because I don't like the way Savannah look at LeBron. I like the way them white women look at LeBron. Like, when soon as he walk out there, they just be like, they be out. But it's like, I noticed when he go do the handshake with the main player on his team, which is that, it's like, you act like I'm bothering you. Like, I'm the greatest player in the world, one of them. Like, top 5, top 10, I'm one of them. And I'm in the playoffs, and you act like the warden of the jail. Like, you came here to police me. Like, you ain't, like, you not thought like these white women just did about me in here. Like, so, like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, bro, because when I've been around that dude just, his spirit so loving and giving, it hurt me. It hurt me to see that.
Immediately, people couldn't believe what they were hearing. That said, some people felt like there was a reason why he didn't respond initially, and that's because Kev doesn't play.
Kevin Gates, someone said, would you change places with LeBron? He goes, nah, I would never change places with LeBron because I don't like the way his wife Savannah looks at him. Savannah don't look at LeBron like those white women look at LeBron. The way they look at LeBron is, and he says that Savannah, when he be doing the handshake with her, she looks annoyed. LeBron James, he responds. Kings don't respond to peasants. He says, babe, what to next or something like that. And it's a picture of her smiling at him. The interesting thing is Kevin Gates goes to the Lakers game. He came to the game in 67 chains on with his girl on his arm and sat like, I don't even know if he watched the game. I don't even know if his head did this. He was just like this. Like, nigga, I want you to do what you did to Stephen A. Smith. Do that to me.
Real hoopers, we don't fight street ninjas. Kevin Gates is a street ninja.
He was sitting like this. Like he was trying to take 3 or 4 seat, 100 chains on.
No shirt.
It looked like he went for that action.
LeBron has way too much to lose. I don't know how well LeBron's knuckle game is, but I feel if he hits him, Kevin Gates gonna feel him. But why would LeBron do that?
But you know what LeBron set himself up? By approaching Stephen A. Smith. So now people are looking at you like you're a bully. Now people are saying keep that same energy. He's talking about your wife. People are gonna say, well, Stephen A. Smith is Stephen A. Smith. Right. Kevin Gates ain't no bum broke nigga now.
Nah, you gotta pick and choose, bro. That's straight gonna lead to fisticuffs. And who's gonna win? LeBron gonna win, bro.
But casting aspersions about one of the long-lasting couples of the NBA didn't go over well with everyone, and got Gates pressed by the likes of Talil.
Hey, Kevin. What's up, baby? I don't like how you diss my dad like that, Kevin. Who your dad is? LeBron.
The only game you won was the one I came to.
That's not true. LeBron they went 52 and 24.
Well, anyway, I love him, so, you know.
I love him more.
Or kill me. Or kill me. But I love him.
He said, "I'll kill me."
Yet, no matter what people thought or who tried to step up for him, Bron actually wound up solving the problem with a quick and efficient putdown via IG, where he let it be known exactly how much he valued anything Gates had to say. Kings don't concern themselves with the opinions of peasants. Where to next, Queen? Considering that he was defending his wife, everyone respected how LeBron handled the situation. But while he got praised in this instance, it's safe to say that hasn't been the norm of late. And if anyone is savoring the demise of his once unshakable public image, it's none other than Stephen A. Smith. While there have been times that LeBron has had little spats with people in the media, none of them have been as long-standing or combustible as his problems with Stephen A. Now, it's important to note that it wasn't always like this. In fact, early in Bron's career, they actually seemed to be on pretty good terms.
That's where we're going.
LeBron James in the NBA Finals against the Los Angeles Lakers and Kobe Bryant. Any fantasies about that at all?
Oh, it'd be a good one.
I said, have there been any fantasies about it?
Haven't been any fantasies to be in the finals, being a stable center and the Lakers.
Against Kobe. LeBron versus Kobe.
You know, I love going against the best. He's definitely the best. I mean, to watch him every night do the things that he do on the court is unbelievable. So that challenge will be great.
There are some who say that when it's all said and done, that LeBron James will go down as arguably the greatest player of all time. Possibly even greater than Michael Jordan if he's able to capture that many championships.
But over the years, things have soured to the point where they seem unsalvageable. One notable incident which contributed to the destruction of their relationship came in the midst of Kyrie Irving's departure from Cleveland, with Stephen claiming that there was major hostility between him and Bron.
Kyrie did not know that LeBron was coming back to Cleveland. So Kyrie was salty from that moment. Now, it doesn't mean that they had a contentious relationship. They've talked on many occasions. According to my sources, LeBron James has tried to appease him at every turn. A matter of fact, I had sources in LeBron James camp literally tell me, and I'm quoting Charles, if Kyrie Irving was in front of LeBron James right now, LeBron James would be tempted, quote, to beat his ass.
But almost immediately, LeBron broke off his seasoned silence to discredit what he had to say. Not facts, people. Boo. Get another source. Enjoying my summer, you do the same. Since then, it's always been a little frosty, but never anything severe. However, where things really went south came after Smith had been overzealous in his criticism of Bronny, LeBron's oldest son and latest teammate on the Lakers, by claiming he shouldn't even be in the league. This led to a confrontation on the court, with Bron letting Smith know exactly what he thought about him running his mouth. Considering how heated he was, people wondered if things could have escalated. While in Stephen A's part, he insisted he wouldn't have hesitated to throw hands.
LeBron James is full of it. And in this particular instance, as it pertains to his son, he is a liar. And he went on national television today and he lied again. I was in no position to give any kind of retort without making a scene. It was during the third quarter. It was fresh out of a timeout. It was him walking to the basketball court. It was on national television. The cameras were rolling. And had I done something, what do y'all want me to do? You want me to act, you want this to be a reincarnation of Chris Rock and Will Smith? And let me state for the record that while we bring up that, let me assure you it wouldn't have gone down like that. I would have gotten my ass kicked because had that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately.
Understandably, neither LeBron nor anyone else really took this seriously, and to show how ridiculous he felt it was, LeBron unveiled a shady IG post where he mocked Smith's boxing skills.
He puts out some page about me, boxing and all of this other stuff from a decade ago with 2 torn rotator cuffs. Fine, no problem. It's very, very embarrassing video. I'll be the first to say and all that stuff, even though I like it to be left up there. Because if people think I want to throw hands like that, that's how I throw hands, knock yourself out. I'm good with it. I know that the man I am today is not the man that I was a decade ago, physically or beyond. I can tell you that. So we get that out the way. Why do I bring that up? Because that's how petty you've become. You're LeBron James. You that butthurt over the things that I'm saying, that you would post that video. When has LeBron James ever done something like that? But suddenly you're doing that as it pertains to me. This man is in his feelings. I wonder why. Could it be because I don't believe you're the GOAT? Because I'll never believe you're the GOAT?
Since then, Steven has been a whole lot more repentant in his distaste for LBJ, and as more and more criticism comes his way, Steven is now feeling vindicated by all the hate raining upon Bron.
Let me get to LeBron. I don't like his not a little bit. You do not understand the links this man would go to. This dates back more than a decade. I believe he's one way publicly, he's another way privately. You know, he might not be interviewed and he might not be quoted, but the things he says and the things he has said to people, it's gotten back to me. The things that he's tried to do, if it were up to him, I wouldn't be where I am today. It's some low. The day that he rolled up on me courtside, it was the day my contract was announced, that I had stayed with ESPN. Go back and look at the camera angles. I arrived there in the first quarter. He rolled up on me in the third quarter. This is 2025. We got technology everywhere. TNT is a nationally televised game. How is it we got one angle and the only angle you see was of him and his face, but you see the back of my peanut head? I know this, but I know a thing or two about camera angles. I determine them half the time.
Yep.
Do this angle, do this angle, do that angle. This is my business.
I ask you straight up, do you think you felt set up in that moment?
Damn right I did.
You thought he had somebody out there too?
Damn right that did.
Okay.
Damn right.
And he's even gone as far as to suggest that when Bron comes back, he will be detrimental to the team.
What is going to be the most interesting part is when LeBron comes back. Because the two guys who've had the most success while he's out, they're very ball dominant. So they need the basketball to make plays. They're playmakers, not play finishers. Play finisher is a guy who just waits, dunks it. Perk was a play finisher. Just let him dunk it. You know, but no, I'm just saying, no, you put him in the box right there. Like I'm driving and put him in a dunk spot. He's going to dunk it. But then there's guys who know, no, I got to create to get a rhythm. And now, can you have 3 guys on the same team be creators? I know, Coach, you had Jokic. You can't have 3 Jokic's.
Right.
It's impossible to have that because there's not enough ball movement and body movement to win. So it's going to be interesting to see what LeBron does and how he slides in.
But rather than being the voice of a singular hater, Steven's outlook towards LeBron is beginning to resemble the way that more and more people are viewing him. Lately, public opinion on LeBron has started to shift. Even legends like Dr. J have left him out of their top 15. Some of his biggest supporters are growing tired of defending his behavior, while others think this fall from grace was bound to happen sooner or later.
Through the years saying, like Tiger or MJ or Ohtani, he's at brand protection legacy stage now. So sometimes he's a bit calculated, polished, you know, he's protecting his empire. That's what CEOs do, and LeBron is the league CEO. But the knock, there is this rub, is that, and I've heard this through the years, that LeBron, who's LeBron? What is LeBron?
That a guy who has the biggest scandal he was ever a part of was the decision, which then raised a couple $1 million for charity, that people have been trying to, more than any athlete of my lifetime, find some cardinal sin or grievous error that he made, to the point to where a couple weeks ago, when he was clearly going to do some type of ad with the decision too, folks pretended that they thought he was going to announce his retirement at noon on a Tuesday, and they acted all offended by it. That now what people have come down to is, you know what? I don't like the cut of his jib, and I think he lies about reading books he hasn't read. That's my problem with LeBron. Like, give me a break.
On the other hand, some people think the criticism has gone too far, that this is just another phase LeBron has to ride out before the narrative swings back in his favor.
I read this comment today, and somebody was like, we don't hate LeBron. We just don't like that he called himself the GOAT before he did anything. And I had to really think to myself, were you mad at Lil Wayne when he said he the best rapper alive? Greatest and still lost fights.
I told you all that I was the greatest of all time.
In fact, people were mad at Floyd Mayweather. He didn't lose a fight at all. People was literally lined up to see him lose. And it made me think to myself, when did we get to a space where having confidence is an issue? You mad at confidence? I thought we like affirmations. I'm gonna call myself the GOAT. I think I'm the best guy to do what I'm doing right now. Are you gonna get mad at me because I say I'm the best podcaster, that I have the best interviews, or I create the best content in the basketball space? Are you gonna get mad at me because of that? Where did we get to a space where thinking of yourself at a high level is an issue?
Whatever the case may be, LeBron has faced heavy criticism for his body language while sitting courtside during the season opener, the first one he hasn't played in for years. Viewers noticed, with one even joking, "LeBron looks like my wife when she says she's not mad but clearly is." According to Lakers insider Javon Buha, the vibes with that situation have not been the best. Looking at the huddle or the bench, there were times he just didn't seem as engaged as he usually is. With LeBron drawing heat from fans and sidelined for once, it's created a vacuum, one that's already got people searching for the league's next face. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Victor Wembanyama. Right now, LeBron's public approval feels like it's hit rock bottom, with many seeing past the polished image. Still, NBA fans are fickle. If LeBron delivers a big season, the narrative could flip instantly. But if he wants to make things easier for himself, cutting out the random lies would be a place to start. If you're wondering why we didn't include his beef with Dillon Brooks, well, that's because you can watch that breakdown in our Victims of Dillon Brooks video. It's your boy Luesta, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.